Hello everybody, Sean here, and we are looking at World of Warplanes, a game from Wargaming. So if you played World of Tanks, you probably know what to expect here, except for you're going to be in a plane. And we're just going to go over some of the basics you can find on this main screen. This is the hangar screen, and it's one of the two major parts of the game. You're either going to be in your hangar checking out stuff, or you're going to be in the battlefield shooting down enemy planes. So we're just going to buzz over some of this stuff so you have an idea where to find everything. Along the top are going to be your major tabs here. So you have your hangar, your tech tree, which lists all the different planes you can have for all the countries. Now we have them all unlocked, but by default it will not be this way for you. You do have to unlock them. But you can go into the tech tree and then kind of make your way down the tree, taking a look at all the different planes, kind of the upgrades you can expect to get with them, their stats, and you can kind of plan out your path. It's unadvisable to grab every single plane. That's going to be extremely costly. So it's in your interest to kind of find a couple planes that it looks like you're going to want to get, and then work towards those ones. And then if we hop over to the store is pretty straightforward. It's probably exactly what you expect it to be. You could spend some of your money here. Now, we have no planes to buy because we have them all, but you could still buy belts, equipment, consumables, whatever you need. Can all be purchased here for credits, or if you have some of them, you can see also be purchased for gold, and I'll go over that in a second. And then you can also actually sell some stuff back, so you can recoup some money if you decide you don't want that plane anymore, if you're moving down a different tech tree. And your service record, pretty self-explanatory. It's your service record. It's going to show you your stats for your planes, and etc., etc. Final tab just being your game menu settings, what we'll have. So then beside that, you have your three forms of currency, and then there's a fourth form. On the far right is the green one. That is free experience. So every time you go into battle, there's the exchange rate for it, so you can actually exchange it for different stuff. But every time you go into battle, you gain experience. Most of the experience is tied to the specific plane that you use. So if you say we took this little P-12 into battle here, and I gained 100 experience during that battle, 90 experience would be tied to this plane, and then I could use that experience to research new things, such as upgrades or whatever you want to do with that plane. But then 10 experience will go to your free experience, so you can use that anywhere. You could use that on the same plane, or you could use that on a different plane. So it just kind of gives you a little extra spending, global spending, instead of being tied to a singular object. The next big number here is your credits. Again, these numbers are going to be a little inflated. Don't expect to have 200 million credits. But these are your credits, so that's just your currency. That's how you're purchasing things. You're gonna get your goods. You get those after every battle, and you get them in sizable chunks. So the credits will add up pretty quickly. And then finally is gold, and gold is bought with real money, and it can be used all over the place to buy things quicker or cheaper, depending how you look at it. And then if we move all the way over to the left side of the screen, you have three tabs. Buy premium, so hooking yourself up with premium is going to give you a bunch of perks, but it will cost a few dollars, so that is up to you. Gunnery practice, this is the practice that I'm on, but there are a few forms of practice, and it's highly advisable that you do partake in them. They'll kind of run you through the ropes of the game, get you used to flying. If you're not a big flyer, it's surprisingly difficult at times to fly a plane. You can learn some of the controls. Personally, I do advise using controller. That is what I found to be the best. A simple 360 or even one of the new next-gen controllers should work fine. It makes the control system very simple, in my opinion. And then finally is your pilot. And your pilot actually plays a significant role because they can actually be upgraded. So if you go to your proficiency first, you need to get them to 100% before they really become useful. And you can see how to do that. So they start at basically at 50, and then you'll go to 75%, but that costs 40,000 credits. So that's a big chunk of change, but it doesn't take forever to get to. And then 100% takes 400 gold. Again, that's it's a sizable chunk, but you probably can get 400 gold without having to do any actual purchasing. And then once there, you can actually start researching skills. And the skills, although not game-changing, will have a slight effect on your performance. So you can see increased view range is going to let you spot planes from further away. Firefighting is going to help you suppress fires even further than normal. And then after you get some of these skills finished, leveling them up, you can unlock even better skills. And the skills level up with that plane-based experience that I was telling you about. So if I earned 90 experience, it'll level these up a little bit. They do take quite some time to master, but it is pretty useful to start them as soon as you can. And then the final thing to do basically with this front screen here is the actual plane servicing and upgrades. So if you, beneath the main tab, you have a few extra tabs on the hangar. So if you go to service, you could come in here after battle and actually see if your plane's damaged. You might need to repair it. If you don't have it set to repair, you can see in the top left here, repair automatically. You can also change your loadout. So if you want to buy armor-piercing rounds for one battle, you can also buy some consumables if you want to try to boost that plane up for that one battle. And then you can also view upgrades here. So you could do this in the tech tree, or you could do it here. You could see, maybe I want to buy this. So you can see I need to research it with 120 experience first, and then I have to purchase it with 1,650 credits. And same thing as the tech tree again, but just accessible from the main hangar. You don't have to go into the tech tree itself. And then the paint shop should be pretty self-explanatory. You could just paint your plane different colors if you don't want to rock the kind of colors that the plane comes with based on its country. And then probably the last thing, but maybe the most important, is at the bottom of the screen here. And this is the list of planes you have. Now again, our list is largely inflated because we have all the planes unlocked, but you can see every plane you own down here. And you can click it, it'll load it up real quick for you, and then you can, same thing. You go through the pilots, you can go through the service records, and then whenever you're ready, you can hit battle, and you can see there's a couple options down here, so you can switch what kind of battle you want to do. Do you just want to do some training, standard battle, and then there's the flight tab over here. But really, the important thing is the big orange battle button. Aside from that, the other main screen of the game is going to be the battle screen, and that will be in a separate video, but hopefully this has helped you just kind of figure out where everything is and what to do with it. There is no one plane suits all. If you're wondering what the best plane is, sadly there is no best plane. There are multiple types of planes. There's fighters, there's kind of these heavy fighters which are a little more durable. It's really up to you to find what works for you, because as you can see here, every plane has its own stats. So if you're someone who likes firepower, you could get a very strong plane, but it might be very slow. If you like maneuverability, it might be very fast and agile, but it might not hit very hard. So you have to just keep an eye on the stats here, find something you like, and just kind of work with that. But I thank you for watching, and we will see everyone next time.